Okay, welcome to my channel. My name is Ogechi. You're welcome to my channel. This video is from Charlie Kirk. It's titled Brainwashed College Student Gets His Eyes Opened to the Loft's Deception. I can't wait to check this out. I love the fact that Charlie Kirk is always here to educate these young people. Some of them, you know, they get to understand each other. Some of them is usually very brash and rude and all of those things. And you guys trust Charlie Kirk to always come back for them. Anyway, before we dive into it, my name is Ogechi. Welcome to my channel. Do well to like, share, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell, right? Yes, let's get straight into the video.
You create a company that's like close to being a fascist, and then like,
okay, how am I?
Sorry.
Let's go through this. How am I a fascist?
Dude, like
Can you name one thing I believe that's fascist?
You believe that like you are. Oh, shit.
He doesn't have the words.
But
I'm such a bad fascist. I let the people who disagree in open mic to talk to me for 2 hours uninterrupted.
Okay,
I'm an awful fascist. I'm more like a free speech liberal of the 1970s, not a fascist.
But I just want to say Turning Point USA is a evil company that was funded by thousands of fracking companies, and that
no, it's not thousands, but we do have some frackers that give us money. But
yeah, and then all it is making the rich more rich.
Fascism to fracking.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
Okay, again, I'm happy to have a debate. I can see you're getting kind of fired up.
I'm sorry.
So, but why are we evil? Like, we're having a nice discussion.
Because
all of a sudden you're calling me like
because
a fascist.
It seems like you just want the rich get even more rich. Like
we haven't talked about the rich at all. I mean, so you don't even know my positions on this stuff at all. And by the way, just so we're clear, the wealthiest counties in the country all vote for Democrats. You know that, right? 8 out of 10 of the wealthiest counties in the country vote for Democrats. The wealthiest people, absent Elon Musk, are all on the left. Jeff Bezos, George Soros, Mark Benioff, Mark Zuckerberg, Laurene Powell Jobs. On the left, yes. The richer you are, the more likely you are to be a Democrat and on the left.
Explain that to me, please.
The numbers speak for itself.
Okay.
The Democrats are the party of the oligarchy. Can you name one tech CEO outside of Elon Musk that is a conservative?
I personally think. Let me think. Peter Thiel.
Yeah, that's one. That's one. Larry Page, Google, on the left, worth $120 billion. Sergey Brin, Google, $130 billion on the left. Laurene Powell Jobs, Mackenzie Bezos, Jeff Bezos.
If they're on the left, what has they done that was like quote unquote to do the left stuff?
Well, okay, so Larry Page gives money to left-wing NGOs all the time.
Like, if you're on the left, I don't think you will ever be this rich.
Well, they are. You know why? Because the left
they're not.
No,
because they're not.
The left is a scam. The left uses
How is this?
Let me tell you why. It's a good question, actually. The left uses people like you that think that, oh, we're going to fight the rich. Well, they protect their oligarchy. While you guys have to keep on working hard and never own anything, when we conservatives are the ones that actually want to restore the American middle class and bring jobs back to this country.
How would you restore?
Let me finish. The left uses people like you every day, and they use people on you by the trans thing, the abortion thing. Keep voting for us because the fascists are going to take your rights away. When who's funding the left? The richest people. George Soros. Do you know who George Soros is?
Who is funding? Dude, I have never seen a leftist organization come to campus spreading their propagandas.
Because the whole university is a leftist organization spreading propaganda.
It's liberal. There is a clear-cut difference between a leftist and a liberal. Please make that
You're coming
right.
after this in a good way because I'll just say Democrat politics, okay?
Okay.
Almost every major, powerful, wealthy person.
To be very honest, right? I feel like they're having a very healthy conversation. Yeah, like the young guy is actually asking the right questions, and Charlie Kirk is there to actually give him answers. It's obvious that he's not aware of certain things, right? But Charlie Kirk is there. That's one thing I love about Charlie Kirk. And the first thing he said about Turning Point Africa, I said Turning Point Africa, Turning Point USA, that, you know, it's an evil company owned by, oh my God, like, how would you put down somebody's business like that? Like, oh my gosh, like, okay, so why would he actually say that? He now said that, that, you know, it promotes and it makes, you know, the rich getting richer. So I said something about the oh my gosh, but anyway, let's hear the rest of the conversation.
Wealthy person in the country over $100 billion in net worth, with the exception of one person, Elon Musk, is on the cultural left and gives money to the left. Mark Zuckerberg gave $400 million in the 2020 election to help get Joe Biden reelected through the Center for Technology and Civic Life. Mackenzie Bezos.
That helps his case. Obviously, he would donate money to his...
Oh, okay, but hold on. One second. Mackenzie Bezos with $45 billion, major Biden backer. Laurene Powell Jobs worth $20 billion. Steve Jobs' widow, one of the most radical left-wingers in the Emerson Collective. Mark Benioff from Salesforce worth $12 billion. One of the most radical left-wing guys that you'll see out there. The eBay guy, Omador, one radical left-wing. It's so important for you on the left. You guys are being scammed and gamed, because they talk a good game about building the middle class, but it is not the party of democracy. It's the party of oligarchy. And you can go fact check me tonight, and you might actually have cognitive dissonance. Type in this: wealthiest counties in the country. They almost all vote for Joe Biden. Who gives the most political donations to the left? All the wealthy people. Go look up the top billionaires on the Forbes list, the top 100. Only about 10 of them give the Republican, the other 80 give the Democrat, the other 10 don't give at all. It is mind-blowing when you realize the shift in power the last 10 years. Republicans used to be the party of the rich. You know what changed? We nominated a class traitor as our nominee, Donald Trump. As soon as Donald Trump became our nominee, all the billionaires said, we don't want him anymore. He talks about things we don't like. He wants to end the wars, close the border, bring jobs back to this country. We want to keep on supporting a political party that doesn't want any of that stuff. Explain to me how Joe Biden represents the working class in this country. He doesn't.
He very much supports the unions.
It's a... hold on a second. The union or the union bosses? Big difference. The union bosses supporting the rank and file love Trump. The UAW loved Trump more than Biden. The carpenters union loved Trump more than Biden. The police union. The point is this, is that the Democrat Party, they are sitting on a house of cards of young activists that truly want to go like crush the rich. And there is some truth to that. Like, there's a very rich oligarchy in this country that remains rich and stays rich off of gaming government systems and public policy. And you guys give them a free pass, because you think that we're fascists, when in reality, we're the ones that are actually fighting to destroy the oligarchy the most.
All right.
I mean, that is actually fact. I mean, he mentioned a few people. Like, he mentioned people like Mark Zuckerberg, like Jeff Bezos, like guys that actually found the lefties, right? And these are the people that actually make those people who are rich to actually remain rich. This young guy doesn't actually have the fact. I love that Charlie Kirk is always there to educate them. Now, he's even telling them to go check the facts. Go check the fact. Go check. And I'm sure that these young people are very smart. If there is any fault in whatever he's saying, they will definitely bring it up. Now that the so yeah, these are the very important things. Let's continue the video. Now, Charlie Kirk's own job right now, so this young guy is not even getting Charlie Kirk's mission. He's actually fighting for the middle class, not even for the rich. He's trying to fight for the middle class, because the rich actually do not care about the middle class. The leftists are the ones funding these students. A lot of these students are leftists, right? Yeah. So these are the things that Charlie Kirk is actually fighting for.
All right, last question.
Last point. Yeah.
Last question. Let's say, so you do want to fight for the American middle class, and
that's
how,
my yes.
Okay,
that's
how does freer the market like helps with the middle
again,
class?
I want precision in free markets, but
how does free market support the middle class?
Again, I'm not puritanical, but I think that generally more choices are a good thing. I think that generally supporting entrepreneurs is positive, but I think that mass immigration is really bad for American workers.
There's no mass immigration.
Well, first of all, how many people are... Wow. Well, you're right.
Is there a massive immigration? Because when he said there's a massive immigration, all the students are shouting like, is there a massive... Oh, that's why he said that if there's no massive immigration, then there is massive invasion. Which is it? Like, I'd love you guys to drop your comments in the comment section. Which is it? A massive immigration, a massive invasion, whatever it is called. Like, there is a huge number of immigration. We know that already. But let's continue.
But there is mass invasion, but How many people are coming across the southern border every day?
I don't know, but like,
No, I'm
it's not
actually genuinely curious. Can you guess?
okay. On what time frame?
Every day.
Every day. 500.
Yeah, it's at its low point. It's at
It's a
10,000 right
lot.
now. It was 15,000
That's
last
mass immigration.
month. So what is that annualized? Let's play that out.
A lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So that's mass immigration, right? How many green cards do we give out every year?
Probably a lot.
Yeah, a lot. About
Yeah.
1.2 million.
Well,
right?
what's wrong with giving out green
I'm
cards?
not saying anything wrong. No, you said there's no mass migration. So I'm just
Okay.
trying to tell you, we do have mass migration, right?
Okay.
We have 3 million on the southern border, and then we have 1 million green cards,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's 4 million a year, right? Which is basically bigger than most U.S. states. Now, everything comes with a cost.
Very true.
When you have mass migration, you're going to get lower wages. But that means you're going to disenfranchise American workers. What are you studying computer science?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so you're an American born, I'm guessing, American raised. I don't want to.
I wasn't, but
Okay.
I moved to the U.S.
Okay, well, you're an American now, I guess. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah,
Are you
I
on a
am.
Student visa? Okay, you're going to now have to compete. You're kind of proving my point, but that's a separate issue. You're now going to have to compete against foreign labor for your computer science jobs. I think we have a moral obligation to American-born workers to give them preference and priority and restrict the labor supply so that our computer science.
Now, this thing Charlie Kirk is saying, now I kind of disagree with him. Well, maybe he thinks he has a point with the fact that, okay, because you're an American born, you should have a higher chance at getting a particular job than an Indian. I feel like it should be based on who is most qualified, because we're not going to deny the fact that a lot of these immigrants are actually very useful in the economy of America. Let's not even deny that fact. So if it's going to be, what if, okay, the American bonds are not as good with the job as an immigrant? Will you now give it to, the American bond because he's American born and he's not as good as the other guy? Come on. I feel like it should be given to somebody who actually fits the job qualification. So it's now up for the American boss to up their games, read better, be more qualified, get more certifications for whatever job you want, so that when you now get to an interview, you have a higher chance. First, because you are good at what you're doing, and second, because you are an American born, not based on the fact that, okay, because you're American. Yes, I mean there's a competition, but then will you rather give your job to an American born who is not as competent? I'm just giving an example because of what he actually said. Let me know your thoughts about this particular comment he said.
Science majors can have higher wages, not to have suppressed wages, so some tech CEO can bring in a bunch of Indians and suppress their, nothing against Indians, but just bring down their wages.
Personally, I just think that, like, if you came to America,
first of all, to even get a green card in America is not child's play. For an immigrant to get a green card in America, you must have actually worked for it. So saying it so easy like this makes it seem like, oh, they just stroll in one day, get a green card, and then they are competing for a job. It doesn't work that way. Charlie Kirk, it doesn't.
and receive a green card, I think you get to work however you want. Like,
okay, I think that American-born citizens
and then
should
there
be
shouldn't
given.
be a priority because they're American citizens.
Well, that's
long as you're
that's where we're
American
different. I
citizen.
actually think you must have a priority to your own citizens, or else you don't have a government. You have something else. If you don't have a priority to your own people, I don't know what you have. You have a colony, not a country. You're just a big economy, and that's fine if that's your position. By the way, your position is held by the ruling elite. Where I think that we should have a country, not just a colony, where the American-born citizens should be given preference over foreigners. Nothing against foreigners. I think they're nice people, but the Americans should be given first preference. And by the way, any sane country believes that. We're like the only country in the world that says, and certain European countries, come on in and take whatever you want.
He has a point, but then I feel like American bonds should try to up their games. Immigrants, foreigners are good people. They are very sound intellectually. Anywhere they find, especially Indians, especially Africans, anywhere they find themselves, they make sure they excel because they know how hard it is to excel in a country like America. So wherever they find themselves, they try to up their game. So it is now up to the American bonds to actually up their own game. It is not my fault that I am better than you in computer science. So because you're you're an American born or an American, doesn't mean that I don't know. Let's know your thoughts. Let's know your thoughts. If you're a business owner in America and you have two people actually vying for a position, one American born and one foreigner. Now the foreigner thinks, this is just an example, the foreigner has a better qualification than an American born. Who do you think you're going to give your job to? I know a lot of you will say I'll give it to an American born because and all of that, but I think it is now up to the American borns to up their game, because foreigners are not joking. To get a green card in a country like America is not easy, so they are actually very, very competitive. That is my point and my opinion anyway. Let's know your thoughts and comments about this particular video. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe, turn on your post notification bell, and I'll see you in my next episode. Bye bye.